Hi, I'm Jeff Sparr, a homegrown artist and co-founder of PeaceLove. We started PeaceLove with the dream of helping people feel better through creativity. Our purpose, to simply empower people to express what's going on inside and to access creative tools to improve mental well-being and to find some peace of mind and love for yourself. In my early 20s, while I was at The Ohio State University, my mind was being overtaken by these terrible, intrusive, unwanted thoughts, and I was struggling. I was scared, I felt alone, and there was no one I could talk to. Fortunately for me, I had the courage to seek help, and I was diagnosed with OCD, Obsessive Compulsive Disorder, and I've worked really hard for many years to get better. I was driving home one day, and a friend told me that painting might help my anxiety. I was desperate, so I was willing to try anything. So I rerouted, went to the art supply store, and started painting. And as you can see, I'm the Forrest Gump of painting. I never stopped, and painting changed my life, and it truly made me feel better. So today, I want to invite you to create with me. I challenge you to think about what gives you peace of mind. For me, it's the simple stuff, enjoying a cup of coffee with my wife, watching a movie with my daughter, throwing a baseball around with my son, playing a little golf with my other son. It's the small things in life that give me some peace of mind. So that's what we're going to paint today. So let's get started, and over the next 10-15 minutes, we're going to create together. So I've always found over the years that the hardest thing for people to do is to actually get started. And I'm going to show you, all right, this is you might recognize this is a blank canvas, and I'd like to show this as an example. I had a famous artist tell me once that what he was most scared of was a blank canvas, and that shocked me. And I asked him, and he explained, he said, because the hardest thing to do is to make the first line. And what I found in life is a lot of people don't do what they want to do, what they dream about doing, what they inspire to do because they're scared to start. Well, I wasn't, and it's led me on a wonderful journey that wouldn't have happened otherwise. So let's get started. So the first thing is, and for people at home, you might not have all the supplies all in the world, and all you need is a piece of paper. I recommend, you can get a pad like this. I'm going to use a little bigger pad. This is 18 by 24. I highly suggest use a standard size. And the reason I say that is when you're done, one of the best gifts that you can give to people is your own artwork. So those you can get frames in any of those size, and there's nothing more special. So the next thing that we're going to do is, and I come at it from a very unconventional way, and we're not going to have any rules. As a matter of fact, we're going to do this. This is the traditional rules of painting that I have here. We're going to rip those up and have a little fun. I love doing this, by the way. And I'm going to do a little, oh, boy, that was fun. And there are no rules. It's make mistakes and have a little fun. And for everybody that's out there, when's the last time that anybody did anything where they were told there's no rules except make the mistakes? Because the truth is, life isn't perfect, and it's how we navigate through those mistakes. And from a creativity standpoint, ask any creative, they'll tell you that the real fun and games don't start until we start making mistakes. So now it's time to get started. And what I like to tell people to do, and what I like to do, is to warm up a little bit. Sounds silly, I'm an ex-athlete. I would have never competed without stretching out, practicing a little, so it's the same thing in art. I got a blank piece of paper in front of me. I'm not maybe sure exactly what I want to do, so I'm going to take one of these soft pastels right here, and I'm going to warm up a little. And you can see here, just add a little blue, I don't know, maybe this will be a little sky, and I love to use my hands. You can see that creates all right, then I'm going to maybe put a little grass down here. Okay. Let's see. I always keep one of these wet naps in front of me because I love to make a mess, or even better, you can see this jacket didn't get like this out of nowhere. Okay, now it's time to stop and think about what gives us peace of mind. And for everybody, it's something different. But what I want you to do now is just actually stop and give it some consideration. And then try to come up with, some kind of idea. I like to paint what I love, and when you paint stuff that you like and what you love, chances are you're gonna do it better. We all do something that when we like it, we do it better. So anyways, I'm gonna start, and you know what I love more than anything? I love my family. So that's what I'm gonna do today. So let's get started. I'm gonna use one of these, what they call sketch and wash pencils. And these are really cool because they're pencils that activate like acrylic brushes, and you'll see what I do on the back end. But here we go. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start painting a little bit. And I'm gonna put this is me. And I'm gonna, let's see here, put a suit, make myself cool. All right, I'm gonna cross my legs. You'll see I have myself, I'm looking pretty cool there. And then what I love about art, sometimes you can paint what you aren't, and I want to be cool, so I'm going to paint a guy that looks cool. So there I am, and then put my wife Jen in here, and she's so patient with all of us, so I think I'm going to cross her arms. God bless her. All right, there's Jenny. All right, and then my oldest son, Harry, and he is one tall kid. And put him, he loves to play golf, so I think I'm gonna put him in a little golf. Put him in okay, and Terry. And here comes my daughter, Charlie. And she's got so much energy, and oh man, I'm gonna put her arms up just because, just invokes her. Put her in a little dress, okay. And my son Grayson, who's just turned 15, and he is a big baseball player. So I'm gonna put him in a baseball jersey here. Okay. And you know what I'm gonna do? I know he's been in the weight room working the muscles big, so I'm gonna give him some big muscles because he'll love that when he looks at this later, and maybe put him leaning up against a bat. One of those $400 bats that I have to buy. Okay, so now, there's my family, and you can see everybody. And the next thing that I'm gonna do, that I love, and I'm gonna show you a little trick. I'm gonna make the outline a little darker. I go back over this. And I always keep a couple of these pencils because they're very soft. And they break easily, so I always have a few of them. As you can see, I've got 4 or 5 over here. Okay, and I'm just going over it and making the outline a little darker. Okay, now I'm gonna teach you a little trick. What I like to do here, one of the things I love to do is to create motion in my work. And one of the tricks I do is you take a little water like this, and a simple brush you can get at the supply store, and paper towel, rip that off like this, and watch this. I'm gonna go over the outlines of what I drew really quickly, and you can see that. And you can see everything is very loose and very quick, uninhibited. I don't want to think too much about it. That's my style of art. I find a lot of people think too much about it. One of the beauties of creativity sometimes is you just do for the sake of doing, and you see what comes out. Now watch this. I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna fold it in half, I'm gonna fold it again, and I'm gonna go through it like this. And you can see how I've created motion. I actually like to go, it sounds silly, but that's what motion sounds like today. Let's have a little fun with this. And I'm gonna do the same thing with my daughter and my son now. Okay. And watch this. Okay. All right. Get this baseball bat in there. Okay, and with her arm, I'm gonna go like this. up to the sky. She's excited. Okay, so now I've got my painting here, and now I'm gonna start to add some colors. And I encourage you to have fun, whatever you got around the house. You know, you have some basic supplies. I'm gonna use some crayons, I'm gonna use some soft pastels, I'm gonna use some crayons, I'm gonna use some watercolor. Maybe I'll throw a Sharpie or two in. I've got some acrylic paint laying around. And really, I'm just gonna start putting some color in and have a little fun with this thing. So let's see where this takes us. I'm gonna start, I think, with my daughter, because I see, I'm gonna put her in a gray sweatshirt, and you'll see where I'm going with this. My daughter goes to Ohio State as well, and as an alum, I'm very proud. So I'm gonna put her in an OSU sweatshirt. Okay, and feel free to use your fingers. The same thing that I use the motion with the pencil, I do the same thing with the oil pastels. And you see, just my finger, and just go over it, and again, it creates a little bit of motion. I'm gonna go to my son now, and you know, he's at Ole Miss, so I'm gonna put him in blue golf shirt. And you can see I'm out of the lines, but I'm not concerned about anything. You notice I don't go back and I don't do anything. And in fact, I like when I make a mistake, because one thing you will not see me using, I said up front, one of the rules is make mistakes. So one thing you'll never see on my art table is one of these erasers, because I want you to make mistakes. So let's get rid of that one. Okay, I'm gonna put some khakis on. My son goes out on the golf course. All right, I'm gonna go over to my wife now, and oh, she keeps us all well and happy, so I'm gonna put her in a nice yellow flower dress. Okay, and then I don't know, what am I gonna do for me? I'm gonna use one of these watercolor pencils. It's the same as the other thing, the black, but it's just got a little color. I'll put a little, put myself in a brown suit, make me look cool. Do the same with the fedora. I'm gonna use another brush to activate that paint. You can see the same thing. Look how that becomes brown right in front of your eyes there. Pretty cool, huh? Whoops, brush broke, we got another one. That's why I need the backups. Okay, so now the family, and I just got my son left now, and I think I'm gonna use, because he's a baseball player, I'm gonna, let's see, we'll give him a, oh, where's my black one? That's what I need. All right. Give him some lines, his uniform. And, okay. And he always likes to have the number 2, so I'm gonna put the number 2 in there and put some stripes on his jersey and give him some sleeves. He likes those cool sleeves that you wear. Okay, I'm gonna take a beige thing and, oh, put a little coloration on my family. Okay, well, that's starting to come together nicely, and then I love to put nice lips on my 2 beautiful girls, and we got that going on now. All right. And now I'm getting to that critical spot, and I tell people you got to come up with an idea, and the idea I've got is this. I've got this notion of thought bubbles, right? I'm going to add those to this painting, and I'm going to put one above each of us. You'll see that in different spots. And the reason I'm thinking about these thought bubbles, so I often wonder what peace of mind means to me is different than what it means to my oldest, to what it means to my youngest, to my daughter, to my wife. But especially in these days, you know, I wonder myself, in these times, challenging times, what they all think of this. So I put those thought bubbles signify those thoughts that they have, and leaves it open for interpretation, which I think kind of gives it a cool, you know, kind of cool look to it. All right, so I'm nearing completion of this, and it's coming together nicely. I tell people all the time, I ask them who they think my favorite artist is, and you know who my favorite artist is? It's me. I'm joking, but if you don't like your own work, then nobody's gonna like it. So like what you do, because it's great, no matter what it is, and no matter what it means. And then the last thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna take our pen out, and I tell people, sign with pride. Sign that signature. And there you are. You can see that's my painting of my family. What does peace, love mean to them? When we share our art, we share our stories, and we make it a little easier to talk about and support each other's mental health. I'd love to see what you created today, and you can share your art in the comment section or email me directly at jeff@peacelove.org. Creativity changed my life. It could change yours. Take care.